as well, like 100 degrees, and so it is so beautiful. I've been putting my head underneath the waterfalls and my back, and I really love to meditate while the water hits my head. Or you don't have to do anything really. When it comes to meditation, your life can become a meditation. You can walk throughout your day and just be present with yourself. When we overwork our minds, then it can become very taxing on the body, on the mind, and on the nervous system. As you go throughout your day and you observe your thoughts, you can allow those thoughts to just be there without elaborating on them. These are just thoughts, and those thoughts are not in essence who you are. They just are a part of your natural function as a human being. Certain sounds, certain frequencies, vibrations can really help with a meditation. It's really eye-opening. When I leave that space or just go into the calm areas of the water after spending so much time listening and feeling the pressure of the water on my body, this clarity, this open feeling.
I was holding it back. I was losing my path. I was listening to all the wonderlands, trying to make them need me, and then they really need me. I'm trying to please them, but they don't really see me. But I am so much more than what they want me for, and I ain't ever stopping. Got no other kind of way. Had to get out my way so I could go beyond. Did you even really think that you could get in my way? Nobody's stopping me.
I had to resume this video in a completely different space and time, but I was talking about meditation and how powerful my experience was meditating underneath a waterfall and listening to the sound, the symphony of nature while being in that state and feeling the pressure of the waterfall, the varying pressures of the waterfall on my head. And if you've never meditated before and you seek guidance, and you take a look for yourself on like YouTube or something, you'll see there's all kinds, right? You'll even see videos of like, you've been meditating wrong all along, right? So I'll watch those videos, and it's interesting what people have to say, but I truly feel as though everything serves its purpose, even if it doesn't necessarily align with, let's say, what is actually healthy or actually helpful. You know, if somebody is experiencing that, then that's what they're experiencing. I don't share that to stray you away from any one kind of meditation. I'm just highlighting how many options you really have and how much information is out there, and the importance of just discerning what works for you and reflecting on if it's really serving you. As you can go on YouTube, you'll also see like hypnosis. Yeah, when I've done hypnosis meditations, they'll go through processes of counting forward or backwards and imagining certain scenarios, or like you're walking into something or out of something. So I feel they're very similar, hypnosis and certain guided meditations. When we are doing like a manifestation meditation, we are visualizing and therefore creating that which we are seeing within that meditative state. Going into those manifestation videos, I see that there are moments at the beginning where you kind of center yourself, right? So you might be guided to take a few breaths. You might be guided to another action, like put your attention in a particular part of your body, whether it be your heart or the space in between your eyebrows. You might be guided to do something with your hands, like place your hand on your heart, right? And so there's this like entryway into a state of meditation with these manifestation videos, and a lot of times you then from there go into a space. Like once you kind of ground your energy, you then start to go into a visualization, and you might be asked a series of questions. For example, I did a meditation where I was guided to basically picture myself walking into a movie screen, and I was projecting onto the screen like a fruit, and that was just to start practicing my ability to project onto this screen and to solidify myself in that practice, so as vividly as possible, creating an image. So I started with like a coconut, and then I started projecting an image of like a coconut tree, right? And then from there you could kind of go into something that's more in alignment with what you're actually wanting to create. Maybe you are wanting to create coconuts, I don't know, I definitely am, but it's a little bit more elaborate. So anyways, moving forwards from that space, I was asked to almost like walk into the screen, or maybe I just walked into the screen, I don't know. So anyways, I shared this with you just to give you an example of what a guided meditation for manifestation might look like. But I've also practiced other kinds of meditations in which I am guided to simply let go of everything for a time being. I would like to really highlight the beginning portion of those meditations, where most of your focus is getting your brain into a certain state. Before going into a place where you're creating and you're doing all of this mental work and this mental visualization, you are simply just breathing in and out, or focusing your energy in your being, in a sense. And I find that part of the meditation very valuable, because it allows me to go from a state of disharmony, great attention on the physical reality around me, to this state where I am relaxing and I'm observing myself. You can find many meditations that are in alignment with just a simple observation. There is absolutely no mental work happening. Why is it that it is important to meditate and to put yourself in a state of being where you are simply just observing? Being that our mind is constantly working, our thoughts are constantly flowing, and there is constantly work to be done. The environment, all that we must do in order to take care of ourselves, to take care of one another, it can be overwhelming, and you can get lost in your thoughts, and you can create much stress within the body. Even if you don't have anything to do, if you are just chilling on your own and you don't have nothing to do, nowhere to be, your mind will still be flowing, right? And if you are someone who is relatively centered, calm, cool, collected, this energy of just as if your life is a meditation, you are open, your vessel is open, you are able to perceive subtleties much more because of the state of being that you are in. Even then, I feel it is very important to practice being aware of those thoughts that are flowing through. But with so much information that is available, with so much opportunity to create, which is a blessing and is beautiful, there is also much opportunity to become overwhelmed with the thought patterns that arise within our awareness. Depending on you and what serves you in this moment and where you're at, you have a lot of options available to you as far as practicing meditation goes. Now, to observe your thoughts and to also simultaneously not run with them, or even if you do, to bring yourself back into that center, to bring yourself back into that state of being where you are observing. You're not attaching yourself to the thought pattern that is flowing. You are not identifying with the thought pattern that is flowing through you, and you are simply allowing it to be while also simultaneously perceiving your own being, your presence. So there is a big difference between being in a state of presence as opposed to being in a state where you are projecting out or creating these images within yourself. And both of those practices will have completely different outcomes. Now, mind you, you see the essential part of getting into a state where you're able to create these images and therefore your reality is being in that state of presence and allowing yourself to let go of everything and coming into that 0 point field is what it's called, or what many call it. And that is the point where in which you are able to create, when you get into that no place, no time, no thing, no oneness. So truly there is no right or wrong way to meditate. And when you think about any word, really, it's just a word. The energy behind the words and the frequencies that these words and the intentions behind the words is what really matters. I feel like we can get really caught up in words, and we can get really caught up in what people say. So words truly do have a lot of power. I have no idea, I just feel called to say that right now for some reason. But anyways, I also want to talk about the environment in which you are meditating. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I was meditating under a waterfall. Now that was so transformative. That was such a powerful experience. And not only that, it made such a strong impression. That charged my body up so much. In one instance, it really doesn't matter where you're at. Like, truly, it's not going to make a difference when you know, or when you are observing the core of your essence in a state of meditation. You see that all of these things they don't have much value without your core being, or if any value at all, you know. So there's that. But then there's also this other aspect where when it's quiet, when you're able to listen to the sounds around you that are harmonious to your body, to your biology, especially if you are on that path of taking care of your vessel as such, that is in alignment with your biology. You are able to experience a different frequency. You're just able to experience that meditative state in a different way. And I feel as though it's something worth trying out. I would definitely try to do a meditation next to a tree. That in of itself is powerful because you are constantly breathing in harmony with this being, first and foremost. So you are receiving and you are giving to this being, to this ancient, timeless being. That is also you. You know, you're one with this being. You're one with the planet. We're not separate from the earth. So yeah, I would just recommend practicing a meditation where you're not necessarily creating anything and you're not necessarily doing any kind of visualizing, as much as you are just observing. And I would recommend putting yourself in that state of being outside to receive that support from the earth and from the trees as well. So yeah, it doesn't mean that you need that or anything, but it is powerful, and it can definitely help with overstimulation. It could definitely help with releasing any kind of energy that is stuck in your body, in your organs, or in your joints, your muscles, things of that nature. To all new meditators in the building, people who aren't used to it, I would say that it's going to be challenging at first. Let's say you do like a 10-minute guided meditation, straight up just observing, breathing, maybe listening to like a little bit of music in the background. Even if you are only out of 1 minute of the 10 minutes or 30 seconds out of the 10 minutes in that meditative state, actually, as opposed to in your thoughts, or even if it takes a lot of redirecting yourself back into that state of being, this is the practice. And so the more you practice, the more you'll be able to bring yourself back into that state of being, bring yourself into that state where your body is going to be able to relax more. You're going to be able to let go of all that shit that's holding you back. A lot of the times what's holding us back is our mind, the thoughts that are so strongly imprinted and solidified within our being, within our body. Meditation is key. Practice is key. Keep practicing. It might be very discouraging at first, but it's definitely worthwhile for any level of mental health, mental clarity, peace, and creation overall. If this was helpful in any way, feel free to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification so that you're aware of when my videos come out. I usually make one video a week, and so I really appreciate everybody who's been tapping in, and I really appreciate everyone in general. So thank you, and have a beautiful whatever. Have a beautiful everything. So peace.
Bitches love to say they hate me cause they can't get no man. Man, I'm running up my figures like they think got many features, but they